Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're digging into the nationwide recall of one of the most common anxiety medications out there, Xanax. We're going to cut through all the noise and break down exactly what's happening using the FDA's own data.
So if you take Xanax, you're probably asking one big question, right? Does this recall actually affect me? Well, let's get right to it. It turns out a very specific batch has been recalled, and I promise, by the end of this, you'll know exactly how to check your own prescription.
Okay, so what's the big headline here? We've got a nationwide recall for a specific lot of Xanax. Now that word nationwide, it sounds pretty serious, doesn't it? But let's dig in and see what the actual risk level is. The official reason sounds, well, a little technical. It's called failed dissolution specifications. But what does that even mean? All it means is that during quality control tests, the pills didn't dissolve the way they were supposed to. And the main concern there is pretty straightforward. It could make the medication less effective. So the FDA has given this what's called a Class 2 classification. And this is a really key piece of the puzzle. This is not their most urgent, red alert kind of recall. A Class 2 means that, yeah, there's a potential for some temporary health issues, but the chances of anything really serious happening are considered pretty remote. And just to put that remote risk into perspective for you, the California State Board of Pharmacy, they went even further. They actually called the risk to patients negligible. And here's the most important part, the real bottom line. So far, there have been absolutely zero adverse health events reported from this specific batch. That's huge. Okay, so how did we even get here? Let's take a quick look at the timeline. It really helps put this whole thing into context. Now, what's really interesting here is the lag time. Check this out. The bottles were actually sent out between August 2024 and May 2025, but the company didn't start the recall until March of 2026, and that was only after those quality tests failed. Then the FDA assigned its official risk level in April, so there's a pretty big gap there. All right, let's get to the part you've been waiting for. This is probably the most important part of our whole explainer. We're going to walk through step by step exactly how to check your prescription bottle and see if it's part of this recall. So, if you can, go ahead and grab your prescription bottle right now. Seriously, you might want to pause for a second and get it, because we're about to show you the exact details from the label you need to look for. And remember, every single one of these details has to match perfectly. Okay, you ready? There are 5 specific things you need to look for on that label. First, we're only talking about the 3 mg extended release version, specifically the 60 tablet bottles. Next, you're going to look for this exact National Drug Code, or NDC. After that, find the lot number, 8177156. And finally, the expiration date should be February 28, 2027. So to be clear, if all 5 of these things match, your bottle is part of the recall. So what do you do if you have a match? Or what if you're just not quite sure? First of all, don't worry. The next steps are super clear, they're simple, and they're all about keeping you safe. It's a really simple 3-step process. Step 1, double check your bottle against those details. Step 2, if you've got a match, just call your doctor or your pharmacist. They'll tell you what to do about getting a replacement. And step 3, and listen, this is the most critical point of all, whatever you do, do not just suddenly stop taking your medication. And this isn't just me saying this. This advice comes straight from medication safety experts like Dr. Jennifer Young. The key takeaway here is that the risk from just stopping this kind of medication cold turkey is likely way bigger than the negligible risk from the pill itself. So please, always talk to a professional first. And there you have it. That's the full picture of this Xanax recall. It's one of those situations where the actual risk is very low, but being aware is everything. You know, it's a powerful reminder about how important it is to stay informed, which kind of leaves us with one final question for you. When was the last time you checked your medicine cabinet for any recalled products?